The governor, that's Pt.2, has inaugurated a 20-member Ijaw National Reconciliation Committee comprising notable Ijaw leaders, former military administrators and respected traditional rulers drawn from the 6 states in the country where Ijaws are found. The committee is expected to examine the issues that have challenged the Ijaw National Congress with a view to finding solutions.
National Congress have been experiencing leadership tussles, with 2 parties laying claim to the mantle of leadership since the sudden demise of its chairman, Senator Tari Sekubo, 4 years ago. To help resolve the lingering crisis in the apex pan-Ijaw body, Governor of Bayelsa State, Pt.2, says unity is paramount as he reads out the terms of reference for the leaders.
To identify existing conflicts within the Ijaw National Congress, and may I say in the Ijaw nation generally also, to provide a platform for mediation and reconciliation of disputes in the Ijaw nation, with a view to establishing a single and united ESCO for the INC that will be accepted and respected by all critical stakeholders, leaders and elders.
The chairman of the Bayelsa State Council of Traditional Rulers, who is the first military administrator of River State and chairman of the committee, along with other members of the committee, believes this is a step in the right direction.
We can assure you that we'll go down to the job with the highest emulation, and we accept this assignment and the challenges posed with fortitude, and we will come back with positive results to your entire satisfaction and that of the Ijaw nation.
As a people, if you are not united, and that's really the bottom line of getting us together. If you're not united, there's no way your ideas can really come out properly. And unity is very succinct for what we need at the moment.
A former president of the Congress, Professor Kimso Koko, applauds the constitution of a reconciliation committee.
Considering the problems confronting Nigeria, I think the Ijaw voice must be heard and will be heard after this committee has concluded its job. I think we're in the right direction now.
This reconciliation committee is being inaugurated just a few weeks after a similar committee, also set up by Governor Dixon, successfully resolved an earlier leadership tussle in the youth arm of the Pan-Ijaw group, the Ijaw Youth Congress.
Let's cross over to Abuja now. Here's Ibrahim Adra. Hi, Ibrahim.
Hi, Ijoma. Now, the Nigeria Labour Congress is demanding a fair tax regime from the federal government as the workers' union blames government for inappropriate taxing of wealthy Nigerians and corporate organizations. Speaking in Abuja at a gathering of labor union leaders, the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Mr. Ayuba Waba, says the government never fails to tax public and civil servants while overlooking high net worth individuals and corporate organizations. Mr. Waba appealed to government at all levels to provide social protection for Nigerian workers through a just tax regime in order to improve their standard of living.
On the illicit financial flow, you remember last year we led a campaign to the Ministry of Finance, and particularly to the Office of the Minister of Finance, to actually advocate for tax justice and to stop illicit financial flow from Africa. Because in the context of taxation in Nigeria, it's only workers that pay the correct tax, and you call it pay as you earn. In other climes, it is the high and the mighty that are supposed to pay tax to subsidize for the poor. But in the context of Nigeria, it's the poor now that is subsidizing for the rich. And therefore, that is why we are demanding for tax justice. Resources can only be made available if people are able to pay the correct tax. And the Panama Paper League have actually exposed all of these tricks and how a lot of resources that is supposed to accrue as tax to the Nigerian state is being wired to tax havens. And part of our campaign this year is actually to halt illicit financial flow and also to demand for tax justice. We, our workers, should actually pay the correct tax, but also I think citizens should pay the appropriate tax, especially the high and the mighty, so that we can have a situation where our processes can then develop through the process of payment of tax. This is part of the issue. And I remember also that as an outcome of the visit to the Minister of Finance, I think some progress have been made. Already government have actually set up a presidential committee to address issues of illicit financial flow, and also to ensure that issues of tax are actually addressed appropriately. And I think that is a welcome development, and I think we are going to push the process and also follow up the process.
The United States diplomatic mission to Nigeria has announced a 2.9 million naira micro grant to 50 women to support the economic well-being of their families, particularly the vulnerable children orphaned by HIV/AIDS in 5 local communities in Apapa local government area of Lagos. Under the U.S. Ambassador's PEPFAR Small Grants Program, Blissful Life for Women and Children, it will provide training for beneficiaries of micro grants in areas of business, vocational skills and trade mentorship. The acting U.S. Consul General, Will Stewart, says the United States will continue to support Nigeria in the fight against HIV/AIDS epidemic. Also, 10 older orphans and vulnerable children whose parents are living with HIV will benefit from the training. Blissful Life for Women and Children is one of 27 local organizations that have received funding under the U.S. Ambassador's PEPFAR Small Grants Program in fiscal year 2017. Now, how about you keeping tabs on your vital health numbers? That is your blood pressure levels, diabetes status, and how much fruits and vegetables form part of your diet. The annual convention of the Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas. This practice has been identified as one of the ways to nip in the bud a number of non-communicable illnesses such as cardiovascular disease. Our correspondent Yomi Otaibe, who is covering the convention in Atlanta, now reports.
Whether it's in the United States of America, where I'm reporting from, or in Nigeria, cardiovascular diseases remain the #1 cause of death worldwide. And that's according to the World Health Organization, WHO.
This important topic
stemming the increasing number of cardiovascular diseases such as heart attack, stroke, and coronary artery disease is at the heart of discussions here at the 23rd Annual Convention of the Association of Nigerian Physicians in the Americas, ANPA, with particular attention on Nigeria, hereditary, tobacco use, unhealthy diet, obesity, and harmful use of alcohol are on the list of common risk factors for CVDs. However, hypertension is highlighted as strongly tied to heart diseases.
Hypertension is one that is silent that we have to actually actively screen for, because if we do identify them, we can prevent a lot of the heart disease, a lot of the stroke, a lot of the kidney diseases.
In general, we all need good diets, and potassium is good, it's rich, it helps the body. But in some people who have kidney disease, heart disease, and other conditions, it can become a problem. Less portion, always better.
According to the WHO, an estimated 17.7 million people died from CVDs globally in 2015, and about 700,000 people, both male and female, died from cardiovascular diseases and diabetes in Nigeria in 2012.
In the United States here, when a patient is having a stroke, we recognize that we need to act fast, because at each passing second, billions of brain cells die. In Nigeria, we don't have that in place, but we can make a lot of change.
I know that sometimes resources are limited in Nigeria, but electrocardiogram, EKG, they put the stickers on the chest and they get a printout, and that will give an idea of whether or not the person is in the midst of having a heart attack.
There are programs in the pipeline for ANPA on cardiac mission to address issues surrounding cardiovascular deaths.
Curbing cardiovascular diseases in Nigeria involves both the government providing effective and efficient medical management system and individuals making healthy lifestyle choices. The message here is, take care of your heart because your life depends on it. From Buckhead in Atlanta, the United States of America, Yomi Otaibe reporting for Channels Television News.
Many thanks, Otaibe. Go back to Lagos, where Ejoma is standing by for more reports on the news at 10.
All right, thanks a lot, Ibrahim. We're going to stay with the theme that's matters of the heart, and in order to keep it healthy, Nigerians have been reminded to take exercise seriously. Now, the Team Power Oil, makers of the no-cholesterol vegetable cooking oil, is however set to kick off its one-day walk in 5 major cities of the country and wants everyone to participate.
It's not a large gathering, but there is a big message for the heart. The short press briefing is to intimate Nigerians about the Power Oil Walk Heart On.
We picked these artists based on their popularity and acceptance in all these regions. For Ibadan, there's a reason for picking Harole, because we know Harole will see vision. You know, there's this Yoruba thing, we'll be able to relate with them, you know, in a very seamless way.
I look like a boy at 41, but they don't know what I put into, you know, I do a lot of exercise. You know, I play a lot of basketball 3 times a week. You know, I walk, I run. So this is something that even if I not go do the whole 5 kilometers, I'll show myself that day because I want to save some energy for performance. So I'll just.
In its 3rd edition, the 5-kilometer walk aims to inject some fun to encourage people while fitness is preached. Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, Enugu and Ibadan are the major cities where the walk will take place.
In the process of the walk, there will be a lot of fun. It won't just be walk boring. No, it will be walk with happiness. You know, because that is the essence of people are laughing, people are walking, the heart is healthy, and everyone is going to go home with that essence. I believe that this is going to enhance a lot of productivity for the brand as well.
The Power Oil Walk Heart On basically is an initiative of the brand to encourage consumers and the general public to start exercising and make fitness a part of their daily routine. So for we as the brand, we've taken the initiative to come out and invite everybody to join us and walk for a healthy heart.
Power Oil has 0 cholesterol, which makes it heart-friendly, according to health experts. 8th of July is scheduled for the Walk Heart On in the 5 cities simultaneously.